Hello, you beautiful people. I am finally doing a video regarding my personal private practice that I started for mobile outpatient home health occupational therapy. Long time coming. I have notes written to go over. I know a lot of people are asking about like the legal side of it, so I think I might split up videos and have one focus on like the legal side, the documents, everything like that, and then the other one kind of like the more fun stuff of the background of my company and things like that if that's of interest. But I know starting the company is probably the worst part. So from the beginning, you need to register an LLC. So first determine what kind of company do you want. Like there's S Corp, there's LLC, couldn't tell you more because I'm not a part of it. I'm an LLC. Just look into what best suits you. With that, I got my LLC and like my corporation number and things like that through what's called Northwest Registered Agent. They deal with all the legalities of my business for me within Colorado. So whatever files have to be filed, whatever like re-up I have to do for my license, for my business license and stuff, they take care of it all. I'm like I like to call myself a type 8.5 person because I'm type A, but I'm also very type B person. And when it comes to form filing and filling out forms correctly, you'll hear about this for Medicaid. I need to be more aware of what I'm doing because I really don't pay attention. I just hired someone to like take care of it for me because I couldn't be bothered to learn how to do it. Northwest Registered Agent Service to create everything. It is a yearly cycle and it's telling me it was $125, but I believe in the beginning it was slightly more just because they had to do a lot more. They just appreciate so much, and that's something that you definitely need when starting private practice because oh my gosh, it's intense. Okay, it's intense. The legal documents. This one was definitely the one that I just had to pull the trigger on. I decided to go with a lawyer and get my documents personalized to my company and to hire a Colorado lawyer who has experience in the medical field to be more specific in the wording and to really kind of cover my booty in case. So this is something that took me a long time to decide to do. I always get very nervous copying free templates because there's a lot of free templates online that you can use. There's, when you sign up for like Care Patron or Can Time or whatever EHR system you use, a lot of the times they have stuff for you that's free once you get a membership. But I am just so nervous that one sentence or something is going to be off where it'll kind of hurt me in the end, and I just didn't want that to even be a question in what I was doing. So this took me months to decide to do. I reached out to I want to say over 20 lawyers, phone calls, emails, everything. And I was exhausted by the end. But lawyers are expensive. So I know that my lawyer, I want to say was around $800, $900 for 6 or 7 documents, I think it was. However, the lawyer that I worked with, a saint, I literally owe it all to her. I could cry. I called so many lawyers and a lot of them either, I think they work like per hour, but it's like $200, $300 per hour. And then I'm like, I just know, they could just say they're working on something for like 3 hours and now I'm out like over $1,000. And not a lot of them had a lot of experience with OT private practice, which I didn't like. I want someone that knows what I'm doing. A lot of the lawyers that I talked to didn't understand my role, didn't understand what OT was, and that just didn't sit right with me. I want a lawyer that knows what's going on, that knows what I'm looking for. I told her I'm doing like mobile outpatient home health, and she's like, oh, that's amazing, I love that. And then told me her experience with it, and she used to be a dentist and now she's a lawyer, and I'm like, dang, you are, wow, amazing. My lawyer, you know, we emailed, we called a bunch to like go over everything, and she was great. So if like the wording wasn't right, something wasn't right, I'd be like, oh, this needs to be fixed, and she would fix it so easily. And at that time, when I hired her, I didn't have a steady income, and so I did not just have $900 to just drop on documents, which stunk, and I pretty much was crying. And I called her and I'm like, please, can you do like a monthly payment? Like anything. Like I just cannot do that much money at once. Like I am not there yet. And she worked with me and she said, yeah, of course, let's do this much for this amount, this many months. And like, I really, the way you talk, the way you're so passionate about it, she's like, I want to help you and I'm going to help you. And honestly, like she was incredible. And that's why I think it's so important that when you choose a lawyer or an EHR system or whatever, like the customer service aspect of it is so incredibly crucial for your experience. Because I know that some people have had awful times with lawyers and hates them and whatever, but she was great. So I did hire a lawyer for that. But my biggest piece of advice is just call around to literally all the lawyers that you can even think of. For weeks, all I did was call like 3 lawyers a day and try and talk to them about whatever I was doing. And it is exhausting. It is literally the worst part, but you get through it. I promise. Just talk, and you can tell the vibe of the lawyers too. Like you could just tell when they're in it for money or they're in it for helping you. Ow, I just hit my face. All the forms needed for my LLC, like when I start practicing. And this is what I got off of Google. This is what I got off from talking to other OTs. And it was just a lot. Like you needed business license, client intakes forms, like consent to treatment, financial, HIPAA, policies regarding cancellations, client agreements, good faith estimate, which is required for private pay, payment policy, release of information, termination letter, disclosure letter, LLC agreement. And then that was just for my LLC. But I had this list here, called her, and I said, hey, this is what I think I need. And she told me like, no, you don't need all of that. You need this, these two are together. They're like the same thing. So we put those together and XYZ. And she honestly probably saved me hundreds of dollars doing that, because all the other lawyers are like, yeah, and then you'll need this, and then you'll need this, and then you'll need this. And is, you know, adding up hours and hundreds of dollars that I don't have. So super important to look at what is needed before calling a lawyer, but then having a lawyer that will tell you, no, you don't need that. Before I did anything in regards to creating my LLC, doing Medicaid, getting a lawyer, XYZ, I made a list of questions to ask practitioners, and she is extensive. Okay, she's a lot. This helped me understand better what is needed, what I have to be careful for, what to look for, and just Colorado laws and everything. So I asked a lot about legal stuff and like the licensing and stuff like that, and that really helped me understand my next steps of like, do I just go straight to LLC? Do I have to complete something first? Whatever it is. And luckily I had someone answer my email. I emailed like 30 people. I had someone down in Denver reach out, schedule a call, and she stayed on the phone with me for hours, walking me through each thing, helping me out. And she called me again a couple weeks later asking how progress is, and you know, like just saying like, you know, I really want you to do well. I really am hoping the best for you. And just that community, it made me so happy, because she didn't see me as competition. She's like, we just need more OTs and I'm here for the kids. And that was just like insane. I was so happy, because all the other practitioners that I reached out to would either be like, no, I'm okay, or they just wouldn't answer. The fun, juicy part, Medicaid. I'm literally getting stressed out just thinking about how I had to apply for Medicaid. I'm gonna have another one here. This was the most exhausting process I have ever had to deal with in my entire life. I got rejected or like denied because something wasn't filled out appropriately. Again, type 8.5, that's me. Like 6 times. And I'm obviously trying not trying to brag about it or anything. Like, I literally got denied so many times. So I spent months on months attempting to get Medicaid, or attempting to apply for Medicaid to become a provider. But oh my gosh. Thankfully, since I was a child, my parents have called me relentless because I will not stop doing something until I get it. Medicaid was pretty much my speed dial. I called them probably daily at one point because I was so tired of getting rejected. And I didn't know why. Like, I could not figure out why. So when you go to Medicaid or like, I think it's Coxix, COXIX. If you're in Colorado, this is Colorado focused because I'm in Colorado. And they have Health First Colorado, which is a Medicaid program. And then you sign up for like a provider portal, and then you have to sign up to be a provider. And it gives you a form, and you need literally everything. Literally everything to put in there. You need like your MPI, your license, your business address, your birthday, your parents' birthday, your great-grandparent, like literally everything you need for this. You need W-2s, you need to make a W-2 or W-9, whatever form it is, again, type 8.5. So I went through it, and then when you get rejected, you get a form from them, and it's like, we're sorry, there's missing information. It's not rejected, it's just like, your application is not complete because XYZ. But here's the kicker. They don't tell you what exactly is wrong with your application. They just say in this section. So then you have to go back and figure out what in that section is incorrect. So by like the 4th time that I got rejected or whatever, I called them and I'm like, why? This wasn't their last time. Nothing changed. Like, why am I still getting this? And they would tell me, and then I would send it back in, and then I'd get an email saying, like, why is this rejected again? I was told to do XYZ. Like, that is literally what the person told me. I give them the reference number of that call, and then that person would help me, and then I send it in, and then I get a rejection letter, and then I call again, and I'm like, hello, what's going on? Oh my gosh. My heart is like racing. I'm getting so flustered just thinking about it. One thing that was incorrect on my application was within my W-9 form, I think it was, and I didn't fill out one box. Like, I think I literally had to click to check it, and didn't click it, didn't know I had to click it. And that was why I kept getting rejected, that was rough. So if you go to apply to Medicaid, if you're a type A person and you really read through every single line, read in between the lines, you'll be fine. You'll literally be fine. I don't do that. I kind of skim through and I'm like, yeah, that's what they're asking for. That's what I'll put in. And I can't even be mad. It's my own doing. But yeah, you just need all your information, all your ducks in a row for it. Like, you need to have your LLC before Medicaid, or you can become a provider for Medicaid. And it'll give you like a business license number and then all that fun stuff. So just have all that in order. And then I didn't need any of my legal documents for that. That was all like my own. But you need, I'm trying to think. Oh, you need a business bank account too. So make sure you set up business bank account. I use Relay, which is like a business specific bank account. It's all online, super simple, super easy. They're great too. Like, I've had to call their customer service because I don't really pay attention to things. Guys, are we seeing a pattern here? Are we seeing a pattern as to why it was so hard for me to start? Anyway, this is just going to show that you guys can do it because I did it and I struggle so much. But I use Relay. I think it's like Relay Goods or something. It's a little green app that you get. I signed up on my laptop and then got the app and stuff, and they give you a credit card to use for like business stuff. So I use them. Super easy to transfer money in and out, and yeah, it has just been super easy. So I use that. So you have to upload an email saying that you have a business bank account and it's not tied to your private bank account. One of the biggest things that I was told was get a business bank account. Do not tie your personal bank account to your business. And this I didn't know. Which I didn't know. It wasn't until I was like talking to my brother who also has an LLC about it, and he was like, get a business bank account, because if God forbid something happens and someone sues you and is tied to your personal bank account, they now can sue you for like everything you have because your business is tied to your personal. But if you only do your bank account, your business bank account, they can only do like business because it's separated. So just food for thought. I decided to go with Care Patron on like my client intake and scheduling my clients and all that stuff. And that has been kind of a little shit show, if I'm being honest. Really rough start, everyone. So I had 4 clients before I even started my business. Like I wasn't seeing them, but I knew I had 4 clients like down pat, because they decided to follow me wherever I went. They were like, we want you as the OT. So I set up Care Patron and I sent out the documents and everything, and there's a lot of stuff happening with like, it's telling me that the client is signing it, which is not possible because the client can't sign it, and all this stuff. So I had a lot of technological issues with that. And Care Patron's customer service is impeccable. They are amazing, and I'm sure they probably hate me as a practitioner because type 8.5 and I just need help with like everything. So at one point I literally printed out my legal documents and brought them to me. And I was like, I had 2 of my families have to sign like 5 times because it kept telling me that the kid was signing. And I'm like, the kid can't sign. So I printed it out and I brought it to them. Literally, not even as a session, I just brought it to them and had them sign it on paper because there was literally no other way to get these documents signed. And it was legal stuff, so like I need it signed. But Care Patron has been great. I don't know if I'm going to continue with it just because I feel it has not like served as much purpose as I thought it would, if that makes sense. I think it's a great idea, but I got it because of the insurance aspect, that they will bill insurance by themselves and that I don't need anything. And I thought they had like the EVV where it tells me that I'm at the kid's house and all this stuff, and it didn't. So either I think I misunderstood that, and they might do other insurances better. But I've just had a lot of issues with them and insurance kind of thing. So I might not use it any longer, but I do like the ease of it and the look of it. And it's super easy to like email the patients, message them, and do stuff like that. So like it is great. I just don't know if it's serving me to where I would like it to be served. Going back to the Medicaid and EVV, I use SendData, which is the Colorado Medicaid EVV that is like free. Like you have to take a course for it, which is like a super quick course on just how to use it. And then you download the app, and then you get to a kid's house, you put in their Medicaid ID, and it clocks that you're at their house location, and then you're there, you clock out, and then that's that. Is billing. Oh my good golly, billing. Again, I don't pay the most close attention to things, and I tried doing billing by myself 3 times. Got denied each time. It didn't even go through. Like it didn't even get denied. It just didn't send to Medicaid. And I'm like, what? I had 3 clients, or I had 3 sessions at that point, not getting paid for any of them. So then I had to keep telling my patients, like, can you please give me a week? That turned into 2 months because I'm not getting paid for the sessions. And I'm like, I want to make sure I get reimbursed. And I'm giving you these services. Like I have to start thinking like a business person of getting paid for the job that I do. And I decided to get a medical biller. Shout out to TikTok, because I posted something on TikTok saying like, what the heck? How the heck do you bill Medicaid? I'm about to freak out right now. And someone said, get a medical biller. I didn't know that was a thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you little angel sent from heaven. Thank you. So I Googled medical billers, went through, met with a bunch of them, wanted to cry. And my biggest question was, can I get reimbursed for previous sessions that I still have not gotten paid for? Because I hired them after I had like 4 sessions that I did not get paid for. And I'm like, would you guys take that over? Like, would you deal with that? And they said yes. And so I went with MZ Billing, is the company name. And right now it's about $200 a month, which is she's a little spicy for sure. But with now getting paid what I'm getting paid in my private practice, that is so fine, because before I wasn't getting paid at all. So I'll take that over not getting paid at all. And they have been incredible. My guy, it's a little nerve-wracking. I was very sketched out at first because they'll send you a checklist of everything that they'll need. So it's like your Medicaid information, your like not client information, but like your like care patron. They need my account numbers and stuff for that. So like you have to give them a lot of your private stuff for them to help you, because they have to go in, make sure you have the visits, make sure you did the SIM data, make sure you have the EVV, like have the note, like this, that, whatever. Like they need all that information. So in the beginning, I was very, very nervous about it, but they have been incredible. Like and he is just an amazing human. This poor soul, I will text him on Sundays at 4 or 5 a.m. when I'm at the gym. Like I message him so much, and he will walk me through everything and talk me through it and explain everything. Like he never gets frustrated when I ask questions, and it was a weight off my shoulders when he texted me, I got you reimbursed for this amount, and I cried because I was like, that was months of me trying to get paid for that. What is happening? I guess he's running. He's been dealing with the denied claims for so long, and he lets me know, he keeps me updated of what's going on, and then he'll ask me like, oh, we need this, we need that, and I'm like, okay, here you go. And he has just been incredible, and a literal weight off my shoulders. I'm getting paid now. Like it has been amazing. So the one thing I would definitely spend money on is a medical biller. Unless you're type A and you can figure out how to, do the insurance, please do it. Save $200 a month. Could not be me. Could not be me. Medical biller, he knows the laws and everything with insurance. So like for PARS, the pre-authorization request, for like OT, like you bill minutes or you bill units, he knows all of that. So then I got down a rabbit hole and I was like, oh shoot, we need to have a PAR for my kids. And I'm freaking out because I didn't do that. I didn't do a PAR. Oh my gosh, I'm like freaking the F out. Reach out to my biller and I'm like, dude, I didn't do this. And he explained it all to me, and he was like, I'll let you know when our units are used up. Like, I'm keeping track, you're good. And it's just so helpful because now that's one less thing off my mind. A couple of questions asking about payment and how Medicaid is less than the other insurances, or you don't get paid as much and all that fun stuff, which in comparison to other insurances, yes, Medicaid does not bill or pay as much or reimburse as much, but in comparison to any other company, they pay more. So almost a year ago, like 10 months ago, was when I started looking more actively into starting a private practice. Like that's when I got my Northwest registered agent. That's when I started calling around for lawyers, and I didn't start seeing anyone until basically December or January of that year, or of the next year. December of that year, January of the next year. And And honestly, a lot of that was because of the Medicaid stuff, and it takes a while for them to get back to you, sometimes a week or two to get that rejection letter. And so if you just do it right the first time, you could do it probably within a month, but not me. Not me. I'll be over here. Wrapping everything up, I think starting my practice cost, I wanted to be safe, I'm gonna say just over $2,000. And most of it was the lawyer. And that was just a super picky thing that I had to do because I just get very anxious with that kind of thing. But I would say that is roughly an estimate, under $3,000, more than $2,000 to start my company. Yeah, Medicaid was the most infuriating part, along with that referring provider, that they just kept running me through the ringer. And then definitely, if you don't want to deal with billing, get a medical biller. MC Billing has been amazing for me. I love them so much. They're super, super helpful, and they've been great. So that would be my key takeaway, is don't stress about it when you can pay for it. Sorry, that's awful. But thank you to whoever told me about medical billing, or a medical biller, because I didn't know it, and I am obsessed. It is so easy. They help you understand. So yeah, if you are thinking about starting a private practice, I so recommend it. I am so grateful, and I can't believe that I am here, that I can practice my own private practice, because I was told from teachers in college that I shouldn't do it, that it's a waste of time, and that I won't be able to make it, and yada yada yada. But guess who just got her first big private practice check? So you can do it. Literally, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? Because I don't pay attention a lot of the times, and I'm doing it. I did it, and I'm still doing it. So you can do it. If you guys have any other specific questions for me, or anything else that you want to know, either about private practice, starting a private practice, why it started, what to do, anything, leave a comment. I'll make sure to either comment back or make another video. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate, especially on TikTok. I know that's where I asked if you guys want this video, and you were like, yes, please. Everyone's so super helpful, and I want to help everyone become a private practice OT, because it has been honestly life-changing, and it's just the start. And I think it's great. I just want the kids or adults, whoever you're working with, to get the help that they need. And I feel like it's such an underserved population, I guess. And we need more OTs that are passionate. And I felt my love for home health come back after starting my private practice. It has just been so incredible, and I'm so grateful and happy, and I love it. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys with all the help and love that you send me on TikTok and Instagram and all the things. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer. I'm an open book, literally ask anything. But yeah, I hope this helped. I hope that answered some of your questions. But yeah, okay, good luck if you're starting a new private practice. I totally believe in you, and I really hope the best. Okay, bye.